Because I'm quite rubbish, especially with fruit. And I do buy a lot of fruit with good intentions, thinking that I'm being very healthy. And
You do. I often see it sitting around.
Yeah, and then I run out of time. But the thing to remember about with freezing fruit is you definitely can do it. You definitely should do it. It's much better than it going in the bin. Catch it just before it goes and prepare it like you were going to make a fruit salad. So peel your bananas, chop them, put them in bags. Anything else that needs chopping or peeling, stalks taking off, and do all that. You don't do that when it's freezing. That'll be annoying. So get it ready as if it was a beautifully presented fruit salad, then split it up into bags, either keep all your bananas together or mix it up and make portions so you can chuck it in for smoothies, bits like that. It tends to survive better for smoothies, I must say. That's the best thing I found for using up old fruit.
My first tip is related to a cost-saving nugget, which is there are many fantastic ways to freeze eggs. And eggs are a fantastic food source, really nutritious. But you should never, ever, ever put whole eggs in their shell in a freezer because they will expand and explode.
And you look like a fool!
You'll just hear bang, bang, bang and freeze it. No,
Well,
I
that's
don't.
quite
I've
right.
never tried that, so I don't know if they actually audibly explode.
Just don't. Just
But
save everyone
it's
the
a
bother.
waste of egg to just chuck them in there. Something has to be done in order for you to freeze them, and we will cover that in a special coming up video.
Now, I've got a news of the world bit. I'm sure everyone has heard about freezing booze. Don't freeze your... We've all put wine and beer in the fridge to quick chill it and then forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And it's so sad because it breaks or it froths out and you get that weird beer froth and it stinks. It smells when you do that. So if you've got the self-control to put beer and wine in the freezer, remember to take it out. Otherwise you'll have such a sad moment. It'll be a horribly wastrelly. When it comes to spirits though, I have Russian friends who do insist, they bring me back vodka occasionally when they go back home, but it's on the proviso that it must live in the freezer. They won't let you chill it with ice. They'll consider you an animal if you do. Well, these particular friends will anyhow. And you must always, when you drink very cold vodka, a nice slosh, a shot of it, gets this beautiful oozy sort of oily consistency when you've really frozen good vodka well, and then you have that as your shot with a bit of meat or cheese or just a mouthful of something, because doing empty vodka shots on stomach will be the quickest route to lights out. So in order to have the longevity and the history of these people, have it with a mouthful of something. So that's not a directly freezer related tip, but a good tip for life and for doing a whole night drinking with Russians and Latvians.
Is there such a thing as pairing vodka with certain vodka with a certain food, like you do with whiskey? Some goes better with
and
dark
wine and
chocolate.
things. I bet there is. Do you know what? I'm going to ask the Latvian. I'll come back on that one.
Do comment.
Good things to have with
If you
frozen
know.
vodka. Yeah, and give us your suggestions. If you say pizza, then you're barred.
The last is a kit tidbit. Did I say that right?
Just don't say it again. It might go wrong.
So I make a lot of purees for my baby girl, and when I'm making the purees, I started off using our just standard ice cube trays. I think they came with the freezer a long time ago, but I found that I got a lot of ice burn in there because there were lots of holes, and they're just a pain to use. They crack and
They
they're
hurt your
stiff.
hands, especially when you're dealing with something cold.
Exactly.
And then they're stiff and nasty as well.
So I had somebody at one of my mum groups recommend to invest in silicone ice trays. So these are nice and bendy. They're BPA free, so they're really safe to use. And they're easy to get the puree nicely mashed into, so you don't end up with any holes. The texture stays nice, and the flavour stays nice. Not that I eat a huge amount of the baby food, but I could. It's perfectly good. But yes, to invest in silicone trays, I did it early on, and it really was worthwhile.
Worth the extra dollar
dollar
bills.
Mm-hmm.
Superb. So those are our nuggets. If there's anything in particular you want a nugget on, be it a paleo nugget, a chicken nugget, a vegan nugget, whatever you like, then make your requests here and we'll go away and try and concentrate on something for you. See you soon.